Hello and welcome to another Amazon Flex video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but yesterday I went on to have a look for some work. I've been out of action for a little while. I've had a bad back, I've had a broken foot. It's not been ideal for doing deliveries or anything like that. So I haven't done any for a while, but I thought I'd go on to see what the state of Amazon Flex is in 2021 and have a look at how much work I picked up yesterday, or how much work I could have picked up yesterday. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's have a little look at this. Yesterday was Friday, and as you'll know from my previous videos, I'll put a link somewhere here for the playlist. Fridays is a great time for picking up work on Amazon Flex. It's when they release reserves. What is a reserve? It's basically an offer from Amazon just for you, so that's not, you're not kind of in competition to get that block with any of the other flexers. It's just an offer for yourself from Amazon, so you can accept that or decline it, you know. So as we were saying in previous videos, Friday evenings are the best. It's the best time to pick up work on Amazon Flex here in the UK. I don't know if it's like the same in the US or in other places where they offer Flex, but definitely here on a Friday evening is when you're going to pick up work for Saturday, Sunday, Monday and Tuesday for that sort of that coming week. So you log on to your Amazon Flex app as usual, let it load up, then you go on to the office screen and you will have to refresh, and gradually on Friday, there's not a set time, but somewhere between 4 p.m. and kind of 10 p.m. is when the offers drop. Again, in the playlist, the Amazon Flex playlist I've got up, there's like, I've done detailed videos on this. This is maybe like the 8th, 9th video in the series for Amazon Flex. So if you are interested in Amazon Flex, if you want some more information on Amazon Flex, like how to get blocks, what time to get blocks, some information on actually doing the blocks, you know, like some hints and tips on how to make it a bit more efficient when you're out and about. So I hope all these videos are helpful to new people who are starting up on Flex. I think they are. They're getting quite decent viewing numbers and likes and stuff. But if not, if something's not clear, just drop a little message and I always respond when I can. But anyway, so yesterday I went on here on yesterday evening about 9 o'clock, and as you can see here, there were offers on. There was lots of offers on yesterday, mostly Morrison's offers, which I really hate doing. But actually up here, I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but up here in the northeast now, at the moment we're getting Amazon offers, Morrison's offers, kind of up to 2.5 hours, which was unheard of previously as far as I'm aware. We only ever got 1 hour, 1.5 hour or 2 hour blocks, but now they're offering 2.5 hour blocks on Morrison's, which so you'd be delivering quite a lot of groceries in that time, going out all over the place, especially with the COVID thing going on still. I just think the Morrison's blocks are crap, if I'm honest. They're not worth the money. Same with the logistics blocks. A 2.5 hour logistics block, I just wouldn't be doing it. But then I don't particularly need the money. I suppose if I was desperate for the money, then yeah, I would go out and I would do those 2.5 hour blocks. But you're pretty much getting shafted on them. So it used to get up to 4 hour blocks or even longer on Amazon Flex back in the day. But at the moment, it seems to be all either 3 hours or 2.5 hour blocks, and they are kind of cramming in the same amount of work that they used to give you on a 4 hour block. But I think Amazon's kind of learned that you used to finish a bit earlier on those blocks. You know, so if you had a 4 hour block, usually you were finished in somewhere between 2 and 3 hours time. Or that was my experience anyway. So you were making decent money because, I mean, on a 2.5 hour block, you're not really making very good money unless you get an enhanced rate. But that's another story. Personally, for me, a 2.5 hour block, you're barely coming out with minimum wage. In fact, you could possibly come out with less. Just to put in perspective, so like I live in County Durham, so the drive to the depot is, I don't know, like 10 miles or something, less, maybe 6 miles. But from that depot, you can then be sent anywhere pretty much in the northeast of England. So you could be picking that up and I could be heading from the depot, which is in Washington near Sunderland. You could be heading to Hexham, which is what, 30 mile away, and it's a nightmare. And anyway, so on a 2.5 hour block, for me, I just don't bother with it. It's not worth it for me. I don't do them at all. Logistics, that is, sorry. But so like I would like a 2 hour block on Prime Now. I would do. Again, look in the previous videos for descriptions of exactly what this is. Prime Now Morrisons, and logistics are the three types of deliveries available here in the northeast. Anyway, I don't know if there's other kinds in other parts of the country. I really don't know, or in other countries. I have no idea. I only know from what I've done here. So anyway, back to what I was actually talking about. So I went on yesterday, and there was a lot of offers on. Actually, 108 at the peak. So here's a little video that I took from the little screen grab, showing you just what was on offer yesterday. Like you can see, a lot of Morrison's jobs, but there's some prime now in there. And actually, I picked up a reserve yesterday as well, which I haven't, like I say, I haven't really been on, and I hadn't seen a reserve for a while before this. There was just kind of daily offers, but so I got the reserve. Selected the reserve, accepted the reserve, and booked in for it to work it. Now, as you can see, there was 108 offers at the peak. So if you want work is definitely available on Amazon. So if you're kind of on the fence, wondering whether Amazon Flex is worth doing, is there work available? Well, if you're in the northeast of England, then yeah, there is work available. As you can see, I'm not sure what it's like in other parts of the country, but here definitely there is work available. Yeah, I've been checking kind of periodically through the day as well. There's always something on there pretty much every time I check, but it hadn't been on a Friday for a while. But 108 offers, I'm sure you'll agree that if you're looking for work, then there's definitely some work there for you. I don't know if Amazon maybe are going to increase their rates with the minimum wage rising, or due to rise in April. Hopefully they will, because in all honesty, it's kind of, the money's not great on Amazon at the moment, especially not with minimum wage appears going up to £8.90 or so. So if you're doing an hours block for Amazon for 13 quid, that's not really much more than minimum wage. It's called minimum wage £9, and so you've got a £4 window in between that and the minimum wage, and you've got to take your diesel or petrol cost into consideration, which is high at the moment. Where here it's kind of 129, 130 a litre for a litre of diesel, which is damned expensive. So if you're getting a long run, that's going to eat into your profits. At a 13 quid an hour, which is not amazing. Wear and tear on your vehicle, you've got to take all that kind of thing into consideration. And I genuinely think that Amazon is going to have to increase its rates, because why would I do this for less than minimum wage? Potentially, it's just not what I'm about. I feel bad for people who rely on this for their money, because I mean the economy's in dire straits. Like the job market is not amazing for like people with limited skills like myself. I don't have any anything real. I mean, I've got my own very successful self-employment that I do alongside this Flex thing. Flex is it's more like a hobby for me, really, to be honest. I just get out once in a while to do some deliveries. I just enjoy the driving, and I enjoy the deliveries. You know, it's really, it's just an easy way to make money, and it gives you something to do when there's nothing else going on. Like I run a successful retail business online, and I run another business, which I won't go into, which is also successful. So, I mean, like money wise, I'm fine, but I do feel bad for people who rely on Amazon for their money. But like, it's kind of going off tangent with the video, but I usually do when I do these. So yes, there is work available. Yes, you will get reserve offers, and again, reserve offers are offers that Amazon says just for you. The rest of these offers are all you're kind of in competition with other drivers for. So there's 108 offers, but if there could be possibly 200, 300, 400 people on a Friday swiping, you know, for jobs, so they can go quite quick. And bear in mind, if you accept one of these offers, then as explained in previous videos, lots of these offers will disappear. So say you select one, so there's 108 offers there, there's dozens on for Monday. You select one offer on Monday, and the rest of Monday will disappear. So you just be careful. The one that you pick is actually the one you definitely want to do, because you don't want to be left with a block that you didn't really want, and then seeing all the rest disappear. It's just not worth the hassle with it. But yeah, there is work. You can definitely get work. Amazon Flex it's all right. Like the money is not amazing anymore. It really isn't. And it won't be amazing when the minimum wage goes up. It's quite sad, really. But I think Amazon knows that there's quite a lot of desperate people out there doing Flex, so people are unlikely to kick up much of a fuss. and they'll just head out and do it. But like, I mean, on the face of it, £13 an hour sounds pretty good. But just remember, you've got to take your diesel costs out of that, your insurance costs, your vehicle wear and tear. And I know you're covered for courier insurance by Amazon, but that you've got to have your own insurance as well. Well, you should have anyway, but still, it's still another cost, and it's still things that eat into your profits, which essentially is what that £13 an hour is. That's your profit margin, because you're a self-employed person. So my advice is, if you're looking to make reasonable money at this, don't do a 2.5 hour Morrison's block. They're going to send you all over the place. You're not going to make much money. Don't do a 2.5 hour logistics block, because they're a rip-off. They'll cram in the same amount of parcels that they used to give you for a 3.5 or 4 hour block and just expect you to get on with it, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Yeah, if you're doing flex, let us know how it's going. Is it all right for you? Are you enjoying doing it? Is it a pain in the arse? What's the work like where you are? Are you getting many offers? I mean, do you see 108 offers where you are on a Friday? Like kind of 100 is kind of the standard, and there might even be more earlier, because I think I missed the logistics drops because I didn't log on until 9 o'clock or something last night. So maybe they were there earlier. Usually here we get kind of the first lot of offers come through and it'll be logistics. The next lot is usually Prime Now and then Morrison's, and then a few Prime Nows mixed in with them as well. So I suspect I missed most of the Prime Now drop and the logistics drops, but like there were still Prime Now offers in there. There might even be a couple of logistics ones, I can't remember. But you'll see from the scrolling thing and the pictures I've put up here that there is work. Yeah, Amazon Flex, it's all right. I keep saying it's all right. It is all right, but I do think that they're going to have to increase the money. I kind of think they're going to hopefully move towards 14, 50, 15 quid an hour to make this more worth it. For people who are out there doing this, that would be fair from Amazon, I feel, and fair for the drivers, because Amazon, they're still making a lot of money. But it'd be nice to see the wage go to like 14, 15 pound an hour for the drivers, for self-employed flex drivers, because I mean, much as it's an easy job, it's still, you can end up driving miles and miles, which obviously is not ideal when you're on tight profit margins. So I hope you found the video useful, and I'll catch you later.